Welcome to the Pigs Fly Nurture series. This is your source for marketing automation best practices. When you're finished here, feel free to check us out online at leadmd.com and visit our resources area. Enjoy. So the topic of this week's Pigs Fly Nurture series is going to deal with the sales funnel again. And I know we've talked about this in previous segments, but from a little bit different spin, we find that marketers don't have a good view into the sales funnel. And that's simply because of their incentive plan and how most marketers view success. So a lot of the engagements that we deal with start with a perverse incentive within the marketing department. Most marketing departments view success as number of leads generated. Most sales departments view success as number of deals closed. So we've got a pretty big delta there in terms of what we're aiming at. So we need to focus on sharing a target. And what we view as a good shared target within sales and marketing is a metric that we call sales accepted leads. So those are leads that marketing views as marketing qualified leads, which are not yet sales qualified, but the sales agent has deemed the lead appropriate to spend their time on. Ultimately, it warrants their follow-up. This is a good metric to come together on with your sales department, and it will drive a definition of what a lead truly is. When we start to back up and garner those lead points into lead scoring methodology and ultimately lead scoring behavioral and demographic components, we really start to break down the anatomy of a lead. The reason why this is so important into the sales funnel is ultimately our marketing funnel and our sales funnel are one. We've started to really blur those lines between the marketing and sales department to the point where marketing is really ingrained along the entire sales process and simply engages or disengages as necessary. So as the lead reaches a marketing qualified point, let's just say that that point is 100 points for the sake of argument here, which is actually true of most of our customers. That 100-point qualifier is then passed over into CRM and received by sales. Sales has the ability to work that lead to determine if there's real buying possibility with that lead record, and then accept it. So what does that sales acceptance look like? It needs to look like a data value change. So I need to be able to actually act on that lead record and say that yes, this is a lead that I want to add to my pipeline. So we normally use either lead status or some combination of last interesting moment to determine what that lead acceptance looks like, but lead status tends to be most common. So sales changes that lead status, puts it into their pipeline. We start to enact a bunch of SLAs, service level agreements. When does that sales rep need to convert that lead by? What do we do if they're not following up appropriately? These are all things that help us do our job better as marketers. But once that sales lead is accepted, we add that to the traditional sales funnel. They start to work that lead, qualify it, bring it over into an SQL type status, and then ultimately an opportunity arises. So the important part to remember as marketers is that even as that opportunity moves along the opportunity pipeline and either succeeds or fails, we still have different ways of engaging that lead. So if they succeed and become a customer, we want to make them a better customer. If they fail and go with a competitor or simply choose to not buy at this time, we want to follow up with them and try to promote that interest again. So we try to combat those objections with good marketing messages. Some examples of that might be price, might be time frame, might be competition. We want to attack those objections long term with a good nurturing campaign that builds a strong message around our product or service and combats that reason they chose not to buy in the first place. Marketing's engagement with that sales process never really ends, it simply changes over time. And that type of long-term engagement leads to success over and over and over again with marketers who have embraced marketing automation technology and embraced a true B2B digital marketing cycle. Thanks for joining us, and feel free to check out our other Pigs Fly Nurture series videos. When you're ready for more, visit us online at leadmd.com and click on our resources area.